guessed it, today we're making chicken wings in the crock pot, and it's going to be a great recipe. It's super easy to make. You can do it for the Super Bowl, for a party, for dinner. That's what we're doing it for. So if that interests you, stay tuned. So the first step of this recipe is we want to have some frozen chicken wings. They're already parted out, pieced out. So we have the drummy and the wingy, or the flapper, whatever you want to call it. This is from Costco. So this chicken actually has like this thing to soak up the blood and whatever else in the chicken. So we're thawing the bottom out a little bit on a miracle thaw, and that way we can separate this from the chicken. So we're gonna go ahead and separate that, and we're gonna put all the chicken wings into the large crock pot. So that's our first step. Okay, so we put the chicken wings in the crock pot, and as you can tell, they're like literally bricks of chicken wings. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it on, and once it actually gets a little more thawed out from the cooking process, we're going to break it apart so there's just not a giant clump of chicken wing, and that's just not good. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the sauce on right now. It's going to be the Quaker Steak and Lube Thai cracker sauce. So I'm going to do this with one hand. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to just literally, this is coming out really slow, just dump the sauce in. Yeah, there we go. That sound is the air suction, I think. Okay, so once you have the sauce on the wings, and again, if your wings are not frozen, this is going to be the last step for you. But since ours are frozen in a giant clump, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the Crockpot on. We're going to turn the Crockpot on. We're going to set it on high. Okay, high, and you want to cook it for 3.5 hours. So we're going to go down to, well, that's the wrong way. We're gonna go down to 3.5 hours, and we're gonna start it. So in about 30 minutes, we're gonna come back, and like I said, we're gonna break the chicken up, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. Like I said, we're going to break the chicken up. Broke the chicken up, as we said we were gonna do. And again, if your chicken was already thawed out, or it was in a bag that they were separated, you don't have to do this step. So we're gonna go ahead and put the lid back on, and it's gonna continue to cook for another 3 hours. So in 3 hours, we'll be back for the next step. Okay, so this step of the recipe is done in the crock pot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the lid off, and there's the yum goodness. Oh my god, look at those. Anyway, we're gonna take them out, the wings out, and we're gonna put them onto a wire rack like so. We're gonna preheat the oven to broil high. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do right now. Be right back. So you want to make sure you spray the wire rack with some kind of non-stick spray. I prefer Pam butter flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and just do that. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and put the wings on. So you get the idea. Okay, after we have all the wings on the rack, we're going to just leave them there for a second. What we're going to do now is we're going to actually reduce this sauce down. So this is what was in the crock pot. So we're going to literally turn on full blast, and we're literally going to cook it down so we can actually use this as the sauce to put on the wings after they're done with the next step, which is going to be broiling them. So we'll be right back. As you can see, it's reducing down very nicely. So we're going to continue to reduce it down until it gets a little bit thicker. Okay, so when this continues to reduce down, we're actually gonna put the wings in the oven, broil on the top shelf. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So this is about the consistency we want on the sauce. I don't know if you can see that. Not super thick, but we don't want it to be very, very runny. So we're just gonna turn the heat off on this. We're just gonna let this sit here and do its thing, and then wait for the wings to come out and flip them. We should be in 32 seconds. Okay, so it's been 3 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and flip them all over. What this does, it gets them real nice and, so they're not really like super mushy. Gets them nice little crisp. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and get on to the next step, which is gonna be putting it back in the oven in the top rack on broil for only 2 minutes this time. So we'll be right back. Back in they go for 2 minutes on high broil. Okay, so I think I know when I'm going with this. I'm going to now take the wings from here and transfer them back into the crock pot. So that's what we're going to do, one at a time, being sure not to separate any of the meat from the bone, because right now this meat will fall right off the bone. So now that they're all in here, we're going to gently fold them over and coat them in the sauce. Again, very gently, because we don't want them to fall off the bone, which some of them probably will. It's inevitable, but oh my god. And then we're going to be ready for the plating ceremony. So they're pretty coated right now. So the next thing you see, there's going to be the wings in the bowl. So there you have it, people. Look at those wings. Straight from the Crockpot. Focus. Focus. Well, it's focusing on the steam probably, but let me show you these fall off the bone. Look at this. They're really hot, but look at this. The meat just falls right off the bone. Oh my god. These are heavenly. So that's how you make the most amazing wings in the Crockpot. So if you like this recipe, please hit that thumbs up button. Share the video, and make sure you subscribe for more amazing cooking videos. 64 Live. Peace, and you're welcome.